So, long story long, I tried out this Saker vacuum jar sealer. Now I'm gonna have to say, I thought it was gonna be good.
So this year, one of my gardening goals is going to be growing more peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers so I can, start pickling my own cucumber salad. Now, I'm currently in the process of learning about preserving and pickling, so I was really glad that I got a chance to test out and review this Saker mini vacuum jar sealer. Now, some Saker products I like, some Saker products not so much. So I want to give you an honest review and not just sell you hopes and dreams. So right out the gate, when you get into the unboxing, there's really not a whole lot to it. You basically your vacuum pump. You have your adapter for sealing small mouth lids. The vacuum pump itself is outfitted to be able to do larger mouth lids. You have a handful of sealing caps, both large and small mouth. And no worries if you don't have the actual screw-on screw caps for the sealing lids, because you can get those from any big box store along with the sealing caps as well. It also comes with a charging cord. That's essentially it. Now, what I ended up doing, I went online, I found a pickling recipe, and I'll put that in the description, and also I'll pin it to the comments. Got my spices from H-E-B, and the very first thing I did is I sanitized my jar in boiling water. Now, you can use a dishwashing machine if you have sanitizing function. Either way, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. While I'm doing that, I got my pickling solution or brine boiling. And then I got my veggies all cut up. I got my cucumber, my garlic, and my ginger. I'm gonna pause right there. And I'm gonna ask you to go to the comments and drop a line below. What are some things that you would like to see me preserve, or what are some things that you would really like to preserve yourself? So my veggies are all cut up and I got them all packed in the jar nice and tight. Then I poured my pickling solution over the veggies and just kind of let the bubbles come up to the top. And then after that, you just pretty much put the vacuum sealer on top and hit the button, and it's pre-programmed, so when it's done it will turn off. Now, if you're having issues with the sealing like I did at first, take note that on the adapter side there is a rubber gasket seal, and if it comes out of its groove or comes dislodged, it will not seal. So you have to make sure that's nice and pressed in there correctly. And then on the actual vacuum sealer itself, there is another seal, and you have to make sure that it's also in there nice and secure. And if you got any questions, just stick your finger over the hole and hit the pump. You should feel a little bit of a suction. After that, you just put the vacuum sealer over the jar, hit the button, let it do its thing. You will know it's sealing when you hear a different pitch change. It should go from a low pitch to a higher pitch, kind of a faster, higher pitch, and that's when you know it's actually sealing. And then once you take it off, the lid should be stuck on there, and that little bubble on the top of those caps should be indented in, and that's when you know it's actually sealed. And after that, just screw on the cap. Now, I kept mine about maybe 3 or 4 days, and then after that I popped them open. They were nice and crisp and really good, and pretty much that's essentially the general gist of it.
So, long story long, I tried out this Saker vacuum jar sealer. Now I'm gonna have to say, I thought it was gonna be good, but it turned out to be really freaking awesome. I mean, overall, I'd rate this out of 10. I say a 9 out of 10 for what it's worth. Does a great job. It's portable, gets the job done, and fairly inexpensive. So if you like one of these, I'm gonna drop the link in my description and in my comments. Go to Saker Products so you can check this little handy thing out. I think you'll really enjoy it.
So it's a pretty cool gadget. I was really impressed on how simple and portable it is. Now, keep in mind that this is not for everybody. If you're doing a low volume of pickling and preserving, this would work perfect for you. But if you're like prepping for a zombie apocalypse and you've got, thousands of jars, or maybe you have a small operation where you're actually selling something like honey or selling salsa and you want to, jar it up and sell it, this is probably definitely not for you. I don't think this is meant for large scale operations. This is just for the, the hobbyist enthusiast that just wants to periodically, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 jars a week, pickle something. But I think if you're trying to pickle like 40, 50 jars at a time, several times a day, I just don't think this would probably be the product for you. And remember, prepping don't gotta be complicated or expensive. Just get out and prep something.